This is just a quick video on the follow-up on the key fobs that I just did a video on about improving them by changing the covers. And this is what amazed me yesterday when I went to use the new key. Here's the old fob, the one that I replaced, the cover. If you've got a switch it's acting up, feels like the switch to turn the truck on and off is not doing real well. Well, it might be the fob, not the switch. I thought it was a switch and I was going, oh my God, I got to buy a new one. The module here to turn the truck on that goes between, it's all electronics, just a little box that sits back there. Well, they want $400 for one at the dealer, and you can send them into places for $250. And look at the key here. Look how much it has moves around, and it'll turn the key, but I have to force it. And you hear it, and then it comes out. This is the new fob, and when you put it in, it goes in. No movement, up and down, left or right. It'll obviously turn the key, start the vehicle. Okay, I mic these with a micrometer, and there's a 4,000th difference between the spots on the side. You can see the little fins that stick out there on the panic part, and that's what goes in. Anybody that's got this kind of key knows what I'm talking about. This one's 4,000ths wider than the old fob, and it tightens it right back up. The switch, which I thought was getting bad, is not bad. And I mean, that just amazed me. I just put it in, I go, oh my God. I turned the truck, and it was funny, I got about 2 blocks away. We live in a small town, going to the grocery store, and I turned it off, and as I pulled the key, I went, holy cow, that's something's different. Well, it was the fact that the key is obviously the right size. So before you think your unit down there is getting bad, I would take your keys. Now this vehicle is now in 2012, so it's 10 years plus old, and it's got 80,000 miles on it now. And I would definitely spend the $10 a piece and buy a couple of covers if you got both keys, and swap them out and see if that stopped your problem. Because all the nasty feeling that I had in this thing, it's gone. It is absolutely gone. Feels like a brand new key. Also, I'm going to do another video. Oh, this is 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I installed a starter module, and I have to find out what it is. They're $50, and this truck I bought as a work truck, and it didn't have remote start or anything. So instead of buying a really expensive starter kit, a remote start kit was like $200. There's a company that makes one you can buy for $50, and they'll do everything I was just reading up to like 2020 vehicles of all different types. And all you do is just and the truck starts. And you just click it 3 times. It works really well. It's worked for 8 years. I had one little problem with it, and that was down underneath my dash where I have it. It actually plugs in right behind this, and it comes with all the stuff you need to wire it up in that. And there's no real wire, it's just plug and play. You don't have to cut a bunch of leads. I saw some guy online, some young kid, and he said, oh, they're terrible. I saw that this morning. And he'd cut a bunch of, well, I don't need all this extra wire, so he cut wire, and yeah, it's called, it's tied up, and it says you don't need it, so why are you cutting it off? So that was the problem he was having. He just didn't really have a clue what he was doing. So, but this unit actually that I'm talking about just plugs in behind the key, and the wire that you unplug from the back, there's a little box back here, like I say, that when you unplug that, you just plug it in the other end of the module, and you're ready to go. And then if you turn it off, it's just like a remote start. Like my other truck, I don't know if it shows up there in the video, that's a 2021. And that's got remote everything. It's the first time I've spent more than buying a basic pickup, because like I put my own stereos in and put in the speakers and all that stuff. So an upgrade. And the new truck I actually upgraded and pulled all the speakers out and put in infinity speakers too. But yeah, and then all you do is, if you're done with it and you want to shut it off, you're just warming it up. 3, and there it goes. But anyway, I was more concerned. I wanted to show you that, yeah, if you're having trouble and this is turning kind of hard or it feels scratchy, I told my wife, I said, yeah, I'm probably going to have to spend 150. I did find one site that had used ones for 190, but you still got to take it to the dealership and pay 125, I think it was, to get it programmed to the truck. I would buy at least one of these for $10, the covers, and watch my other video if you want to see what I'm talking about, and try that. And I would bet a large percentage of you that will solve the problem. And that's pretty much all I got today, but thank you guys very much for listening and watching, and you take care.